today's lecture will be on Git, and we'll have another lecture to finish Git. Okay, this is Git 1. We're going to learn few commands of Git, like let's see which ones should I start. Should I start with Git push? No. Okay. So basically, so the first command that we'll see, few commands that we'll see before. Okay. Better. Okay. First command we'll see is git init, then we'll see git status, then we'll see git add, commit, and then we'll see let's say git push in the next lecture. So before starting Git, I would like to tell a little bit what these things mean. Let's say you are working in an organization. So what happens in organization, the codes are not in a way like you write a code. Okay, you can make a whole project in a single file. You can do that. You're allowed to do that. But that's not a good practice. So let's say this is my code. That is my company's application is made using this code. But the problem is, if I want to add a feature, so I'll add few lines. Let's say I added few lines of code. Then I can add a few lines of code again. And this, let's say this was my first state, a state of my application. Then I added some features. Okay. Added some features. And let's say another developer came in my company only. He edited the code and then he also added some features. Okay. So these are features 1, these are features 2. So what happens, let's say features 2 had some bug. Okay. And because of this bug, let's say people started uninstalling. Okay. People didn't like this feature. They started uninstalling my application. Okay. And because of uninstall, I'll lose some customers. Because of losing customers, my business will lose money. So what I want to remove this feature and go back to only features 1. Okay. Let's say these are the black lines of the features 1 that I added. And let's say red lines are some features 2 that somebody else added. So one way to correct them will be open this code.py. Okay. And I'll have to remove lines one by one. I'll take this, I'll delete this, I'll take this and delete this. There's one way to do that. But usually we do not, when we add a feature, we do not add only few lines. We add a huge number of lines. Okay. And they can be interdependent on other piece of code. So this is not a good practice. So what we should do, usually we control, give me a second. Okay. So where was I? So this is not a good practice. What we will do, we will create few versions of my software. Let's say software version 1 was the basic. Okay, then I added some features. Okay, let's say F1. And then I released another version with added features F2. Let's call it version 1.2. Let's call it version 1.3. If for version 1.3 has some bugs, what I can do, I can go back to the previous state. Okay, I can actually go back in time and see what was the previous feature with the base of the code. And this can be done if I maintain each file as a separate version. So I need a version control system. What I need a VCS. VCS means a version control. Give me a second. System. So version control systems, like there are many types of version control systems. Git is one of the version control systems. Okay. We control the versions of our software by maintaining multiple versions, and I can actually remove a version, go back in time, and go back to the stable version of the software using Git. Now, what I should do, instead of saying these things, I should start coding. Okay, that will be actually better. Okay, so let's open my terminal. Let's say I go into folder documents. So let's say I make a folder called my software, and inside the software folder I'll maintain all the code. Okay, so right now how many files are there? There are none. And what is the command to see the hidden files? ls -a. This means list all the files. Press enter. There are only 2 hidden files, and these are like system files of Linux. We can ignore that. What I'll do to make this software, I want this software folder to be monitored by my Git. What I'll do, I'll use git init. This is my first command, git init. Git init means I'm making this software folder as a version control environment. Before that, I would like to tell you guys, in Git, a folder is called a repository. Okay, like we know, a folder can also be called a directory in operating systems, but these folders or directories in Git are called repositories. And in short, these are called repo. Okay, so let's try to make this normal software folder. Okay, this folder I'm going to make as a repo now. When I run this command git init, it says initialize empty git repository in this folder. Okay, let's not clear it. Still I have no files, but now if I do ls-a, I can see there is a hidden folder .git. This means this .git presence of this folder means this folder, software folder, is now being monitored by Git. Whatever changes I make, Git will keep a track of it. Okay. So right now, no files are there. Let's create some files. Okay. Let's create echo. Let's call this is file1 content. Okay. And I'll store it in file1.txt. Okay. Now if I do ls, there is a file. Let's make another file, file2.txt also. Now if I do ls, there are 2 files. Okay. Now there are 2 files, but I want any changes in these files, any line of code change or anything. I want it to be monitored by Git. Okay. Git is looking at it, but it is not. I'm not in a state so that I can go back in time. So what I'll do, I would have to check the status of my folder. Okay. Git init makes a folder as a repository.